XDefiant is finally here, and it's been out for roughly 2 weeks, and I have the best settings for overall FPS, aim settings, movement settings, and audio. You guys are going to want to follow along with this video and change each and every setting. Let's go ahead and get right into it. For gameplay and UI, I obviously play on controller. Again, this is a first-person shooter, and I definitely recommend it with aim assist. It's just super OP, and overall allows you to have a better gaming experience while playing. For field of view, I don't play on anything over 110. 110 seems to be like a really good FOV for me. It's not too high and not too low. In Call of Duty, you actually would lose aim assist when your FOV was too high. I don't feel that way in this game, but I do like the character models to be a little bit smaller. And I feel like 110, like I said, is a good in between. I would not really play with anything lower than 100, and anything over 110. I would find a good happy median in there for you. For field of view, I have it on consistent. ADS behavior, I have it on hold. ADS sensitivity transition instant. Melee during ADS is off. Aiming interrupts reload. I have it on. Crouch behavior to toggle. Sprint behavior to tap. Auto sprint on. This will help you guys with your movement. If you guys feel like your movement's clunky at times, or people are sliding around on you like crazy, definitely put auto sprint on. This just allows you to push your left stick forward instead of actually having to click it in to sprint. For auto sprint threshold, I have it set to 5. You can lower that if you'd like. Sprint interrupts reload, I have it to off. Slide behavior to tap. Make sure you change this instead of hold. Basically, instead of having to hold your right stick to slide, or whether it's circle for you or whatever you're playing on, you can just tap it once and allow you to actually hit that slide movement and hit a tap strafe a lot faster than having to hold the stick. Auto reload weapon, I have it on. That means while you're running around, it's just automatically reloading. Auto switch weapon is on. Auto grab, that means if you run out of ammo. Auto grab ledge is off. Walk behavior to hold. Scoreboard behavior to hold. The HUD limits, I have this set all the way in. If you guys didn't notice already, the mini map in the top left-hand corner and the kill feed in the top right-hand corner are pretty far out depending on what you're playing on. So I shrunk those all the way in. That way, while I'm playing, I can focus on the center of my screen and barely look up to the left to see where my teammates are or where the action's going on. All this stuff is pretty self-explanatory, pretty basic. I really don't have anything too much changed here. I just have my FPS on. Then you can have your ping display and all those different things on if you want as well. But this is what I have for the gameplay and UI. Let's go ahead and get right over to the controller settings. These are the most important. If you've been having a clunky or weird experience while playing the game, this is probably why. A lot of people were complaining about XDefiant in the beginning. The aim felt off. It felt inconsistent. So I'm going to go through the settings with you guys and all the controller settings that I'm actually rocking. For button layout, I'm playing on Brawler. If you guys come from Call of Duty and you know what tactical is, this is tactical on Call of Duty. Basically, it allows you to have circle as punch, and then the right button, or your X or whatever, or A, whatever it may be, is jump. And then I put it on flipped because I play on a PS4 controller, so I shoot with my bumpers instead of the triggers. And if you guys don't have a extremely nice controller already, make sure you guys definitely check out Battle Beaver. You'll see those 2 white buttons on the back of your controller. Basically allows you to do multiple functions at once, so I can jump, punch, do all these different things without having to take my thumbs off the thumbstick. For first-person shooters, it's extremely broken and will help you improve your gameplay a lot. For stick layout, I have it on default. Aim assist standard, aim assist strength, and follow, I have both at 0. For aim response curve type, again, there's a Call of Duty setting. If you guys have played Call of Duty and you played on dynamic, this is the dynamic of XDefiant. You're going to want to put it on. It will help you just with your tracking and overall just kind of, I don't even know, flow of the game, I guess I would say. It'll allow you to snap on your opponents a lot easier as well. For the horizontal sensitivity, I'm a true believer. I always put on like 5.5 or 6.6 in COD, so this feels the closest to it for me. I've been playing on 50/50. Then for the ADS sensitivity, I play on 0.8 on both. Then the dead zones, these are very important as well. Make sure you change them from the defaults. They're going to be extremely high. Make sure you lower them. My left stick's at 1. My right stick is at 2. Then the acceleration speed multiplier. This is a new setting that's been in. So basically, the combination of reverse S-curve plus acceleration speed multiplier. When you are hip firing, or when you are working on your centering, when you're swinging your stick left to right, it will basically accelerate faster than normal. So if you put it on 0, it won't accelerate at all. Obviously 1, 1.5, 2, whatever. You can play around with this. I think 1.5 is extremely comfortable for me, and it allows it to feel very just like flow-like. And like I said, I've been frying in this entire game so far, and I've talked to a lot of different pro players and people that have been playing this game. And I think 1.5 is definitely a good median. For the invert horizontal axis, I have off, and the invert vertical axis, I have both the off, and then controller vibration, I have set to off as well. For the audio, I have the main volume set to 90, dialogue to 85, SFX volume 100, 85 for the UI, and music volume, I have it completely off. Again, it's a lot of just unnecessary noise while playing the game, so I've turned all those off. Then all this stuff's going to be pretty basic here. You can set your voice chat to public if you want, or leave it on private. Then all this stuff is, like I said, very, very basic settings. For the video and graphics, and slow down or pause the video if you guys need to. I'll try and go through these slowly so you guys can follow along, but these are going to be the best settings to allow you to probably get the best FPS that you're playing. Again, you're playing an FPS shooter, so you don't need any of these settings too high or too low, but just follow along with me as you can. For display mode, make sure you have it set to full screen. Windowed full screen is actually going to give you less frames. For display resolution, this is all going to be dependent upon what monitor you have. For me, I have a 1440p monitor, so I have it set to 1440p. If you're playing on 1080, etc., etc. Refresh rate, mine's at 240 hertz, so make sure you have it set to 240. Display monitor is 1. Triple buffering, I've set to off. Reduce latency, I have it to on. NVIDIA reflex low latency, I have it to on. Brightness is at 13. Contrast is at 15. Again, these are going to be personal preference settings, but that's what I have mine set to, and it looks extremely good. For the DX12 render, I have it set to off. HDR is off. Graphics quality, obviously, to custom. VSync mode off. Frame limit off. Basically allows you to get as many frames as you want. Shadow quality set to low. Spot shadows low. Spot shadow resolution low. Contact shadows off. Resolution scale 100%. Sharpening 7. Again, that's going to be a personal preference setting. Particle detail set to low. Volumetric fog low. Global reflection quality low. Local reflection quality off. Vegetation quality low. Subsurface scattering set to off. Ambient occlusion low. And you guys are probably wondering why. Again, we're playing a first-person shooter that does not need a bunch of detail or random like wastes of FPS on different things. So you're gonna have a lot of these settings low or off. I promise you the game will look just fine, and you will have a way better experience having more frames. Object detail off. The extra streaming distance set to 0. Lens flare is on. Water quality low. Then the chromatic aberration set to off. The last two things that you guys are actually want to change is your colorblind mode. Set that to protanopia. It will actually allow your enemies to light up in yellow, which is going to be easier to see than red. I know it doesn't normally make sense, but I usually always play on default. In this game, I've played on the colorblind mode, and I absolutely love it. I think it's a lot easier to see, and it's a lot easier to notice your opponents while playing the game. And then the other thing you can change is your flashbang effect. You can have it to bright or dark. It's really up to you. It's personal preference. When you get flashbang, your screen either goes white or it goes black. Just choose that. It's a setting that's optional. But I've really been enjoying mine still on the default at bright. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to smash that like button. Comment down below what other types of videos you guys would like to see. We're going to be grinding XDefiant and putting out a lot of content for you guys. Until the next video, I will see you guys later. Peace.